Fair Foul with Chancellor Khayat. Chancellor,
I'm Robert Khayat. I'm glad to be with you all. Hoping you have a good day.
This is our first Fair Foul interview while on the move in a golf cart. Kind of excited about it. And this is definitely the biggest guest that we've ever had on Fair Foul. So thank you for doing this with us, Chancellor.
Thank you, man.
If you'd like to begin, you could probably tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe some things that most of the students don't know about you.
Okay, I came to Ole Miss in 1956. Had my first class in that building right there. Took chemistry in that building. Yep. And I ended up majoring in history and played football and baseball and had a great 4 years at Ole Miss. And then I went off and played professional football for the Washington Redskins and went to law school while I did that.
You went to law school while playing professional football?
I did. Yeah.
How many people could say you've done that before people?
Well, in those days, a lot of people did other things because we didn't make a lot of money. So you had to do something else, and I wanted to get prepared to have a career after football.
Smart.
So anyhow, I went to law school, graduated and practiced law, and then became a law faculty member. In 1980, I went to Yale and got a graduate degree, and then served as vice chancellor and a law faculty member for a long time, and then became chancellor in 1995.
It's quite the resume. Professional football, law school, and a grad degree at Yale.
I was very fortunate. I am very fortunate.
Well, obviously you just got done handling the presidential debates. I would say it was a success. Would you say it was a success, Rob?
Successful.
We thought it was too. Yeah. I think everybody thought it was a success, and the involvement of the students and the faculty and the staff really made a big difference. And all of our guests were so impressed with the way we received them, the way the students did the programming, the rock the debate, the participation in all the special events, and then just the warmth of the campus. And as anybody knows who comes here, it's a pretty place and a friendly place. And the Ford Center was a great place to have it. And I think the Presidential Debate Commission, the two political parties, and the press were all very favorably impressed.
Yeah, the catering was great in the Grove too. Love the food.
Oh, good.
All right, so I guess we'll begin with Fair Foul right now. Our first topic being Fair Foul. Change is always good for the campus.
Well, change is good when there's a reason for change, but change for the sake of change is not good. We're riding down University Avenue right now, and what we've done recently is restrict traffic on University Avenue and parking on the southern. The only people who can park on this part of the University Avenue are either handicapped people or visitors. And the reason we made the changes, there's several reasons. One was for safety. We had some students injured several years ago stepping out from between cars, and so we thought by reducing the traffic we would make it safer. It also makes it cleaner. And then if you think about it, a university community ought to be sort of a serene place where people can walk and ride bikes and enjoy visiting with each other. And automobiles create all kinds of congestion.
You were saying that you were fair. I guess you're fair in the circle being shut down the traffic because it makes it safer, right?
Yeah, I would say fair.
But if I were, does this affect your parking? Because if I had to walk a longer time, I would just say, forget the students. I'm just gonna park up there.
I think we ought to all do the same. I would be for everybody parking on the perimeter and either riding a shuttle or riding a bike or walking. I walk 3 miles most every morning.
Wow.
And I have an artificial knee and an artificial hip, and I'm 70 years old, and it doesn't hurt me a bit. And it actually helps me to take that walk. So I'm a big promoter of us getting more exercise. So I think that's fair.
So exercise is fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
If Chancellor Khayat can walk, the students should be able to walk too. Fair. All right, next topic. Fair Foul, sunbathing in the quad.
Oh, I guess everybody, I don't know if everybody does, but probably most people like sunbathing.
Yeah.
I think it probably is foul. I think probably not in the quad, maybe on the lawns, out on some fields, lawns with fraternity sorority houses, or outside dorms. Some people, I think, do sunbathing up on the roof of buildings. I think they used to.
Anyhow, we're not UCLA.
So I would say foul on sunbathing at the quad.
I'm with you on that one.
Okay, good.
All right, next topic. Fair or foul, there is a need for more student housing.
Yeah, I timed this
Yeah,
drive.
you did time it well.
I timed the drive so we come over here. That's the first residential college, and it is fair that we take the position that we need more student housing, and we need better student housing, and we're working on it. That's the first one. There'll be probably over the next 5 years, there'll be probably 4 or 5 new residence halls.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I bet y'all didn't know that either. 4 or 5 new residence halls.
And we would like for the students to live on campus, park their cars, eat on campus, and live on campus.
So you want the students to be more involved, like
Yeah.
actually in the university grounds?
I think that there's lots of proof that if you're a member of a community, you tend to be a more productive citizen, and students are usually more successful when they're a member of a group, whether it's a choral music group or some fraternity or some academic club, or they live in the same residence hall. But they have people with whom they are associated, and so they tend to do that.
All right. The next topic for fair or foul will be: was it fair or foul to spend $3.5 million on the new university renovations for the new golf course?
Yeah, I think it was fair, and the reason is that golf course is here primarily for students and for staff and for faculty. And by the university having a first-class golf course, students learn golf behavior. Not only do they have fun playing, but they learn how to behave on a golf course. And if you have a first-class facility, then when you graduate and if you play golf, and you go out in the business world, you're going to find that golf is a part of the business world. And so knowing how to dress and what the golf etiquette is, and that sort of thing is pretty important. That's part of the educational process. So I'd say that's fair.
So, golf's part of the business world. What about tennis, though?
Tennis is also part of the business world. I think we have 29 tennis courts on campus that are available to students.
I didn't notice that they're looking pretty good these days, actually. The ones behind the baseball field.
Yeah, and then you have like 6 or 8 behind Turner, and then the varsity tennis courts are available at different times for students.
Never knew that.
Yep, they are.
I'm learning new things today. So I guess since we're talking about sunbathing, I've noticed though that behind the baseball field, those tennis courts, people freely will take their shirts off and play tennis. And a lot of people consider that bad tennis etiquette. I'm not that impressed. I've done it before, just to try to, I'm pretty pale and try to get that tan going.
Yeah.
But no one was out there. It was on a Sunday afternoon. No one was there. And if people came, I put my shirt back on.
Yep.
So fair or foul, people playing tennis without the shirts off on campus.
I would say that people should dress appropriately for whatever activity they're involved in.
Right. I mean, you don't see Andy Roddick or Roger Federer not wearing shirts while they're playing in Wimbledon, Who do these guys think they are doing that?
Yeah, so I think probably if you just dress appropriately, you're probably okay. For example, on a golf course, you ought to wear either tennis shoes or golf shoes. You shouldn't wear flip-flops. And you shouldn't play barefoot.
Shouldn't play barefoot.
Right.
So what do you usually shoot in golf?
My score? It depends on how much I'm playing, and I play from the senior tees now. You gotta remember that I don't play from those long tees. But I can shoot between 82 and 88, somewhere in there.
Nice.
Middle
I can't break 100.
You can. You will.
One day, maybe.
You will.
My cameraman's pretty good at golf.
Yeah.
We're just past the Union. I'm gonna show that to him. And I was wondering, what is your favorite place to eat at in the Union?
In the Union?
Yeah.
I had to tell you, my favorite is the Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A? I like Chick-fil-A too.
I like Chick-fil-A.
Get some of those chicken biscuits.
Yeah, I don't eat the biscuits. I try to eat the carbohydrates if I can help it, but I try to make myself eat broiled chicken instead of fried. But
Really?
What I really like is fried chicken.
I like fried chicken too. I get like the sandwich and then get some of that spicy dressing and just smother my sandwich in it.
Oh, boy.
And I mean, it has like 12 grams of fat, but why not,
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.